guys, welcome back. As always, many thanks for taking the time to join me. I'm going to tell you a variation of a Leggy golden olive bumble. Now the hook in the face is a size 10 Amazon B175. I'm going to use a uni thread 80 in Mahogany to tie the fly. So I'm just going to come in and get the thread started behind the eye of the hook. I'm just going to run my thread down in open turns until I'm at the barb of the hook, or just slightly past the point, and just remove the waste tag of thread. Now there's a tag on the back of the fly, and that's going to be a holographic gold tinsel in large. So we length off here. Just going to come around, catch this in, and then take my thread around the bit, bend a wee bit, 4 or 5 mil would say, and then working my thread back up until my thread's in line with the barb. Now to protect the tag, I'm just going to use a wee drop of super glue. Then I'm just going to wind up my Gold Holographic tinsel over the super glue to meet my thread. Come around with 2-3 turns. That'll hold your thread in position because the glue is helping you there, just to get it adhered to the hook. The tail on the fly is going to be a crest feather, golden olive, or golden pheasant, sorry, crest feather dyed red. So I'm just going to offer this up to the hook, come around with a couple of loose turns, and I'm just going to pull this into the length that I like to see in the tail. So I'll have a wee check. Okay, happy enough of that. Then I'm just going to tighten up, come in and trim this the length of the body. The rib on the fly is going to be a gold tinsel, an oval gold tinsel. And I'll just show you the spool. This is a size 14 Vineyards. So I'm just going to offer this up to the hook, and then just run my thread up. Doesn't have to be perfect here. The body's going to be dubbed. Just concentrating on tying in the cut ends of the crest feather and my rib. Then I'm just bringing the thread back down, tied up against the tail. The body is going to be a golden olive dubbing. This is just a traditional Irish dubbing that I'm using, guys. You could use a golden olive seals fur, or maybe even a wee blend of your own dubbing if you put together your own wee blends. And most people who tie flies now do usually put their own wee blends of dubbing together, and that's good crack too. Now I'm just going to bring my dubbing up the length of the body. Anything that's going forward, just going to stroke it back. Now at this stage there's 2 body hackles. This one here is a Matt's grade 2 barred ginger that's been dyed a golden olive, and this is just a dark ginger cocksaddle hackle. So I'm just going to get these lined up, break away the rubbish at the bottom, strip away some of the fibres to bare the stem, offer this up to the hook. Nice tight turns here just to hold these 2 hackles in place. Come in and trim away the stems of the hackles. Right, just get them matched up, and then I'm going to do 2 turns at the top of the body, the shoulder of the fly, and then 2 turns down the body. It's going to be plenty because you've doubled up here in your hackles. So I'm just going to come around then with my oval gold tinsel, catching in the tips, and I'm looking 4 turns of the oval gold tinsel up the body. Anything that's going forward, just sweep it back, bring the oval gold tinsel up in front, follow it around with your thread. A couple of nice tight turns will catch that in. Come in and trim away the oval gold tinsel. I'm just going to come in and trim away the tips of the hackles. Then I'm just going to bring my thread back up into position. Now we're not looking too bad. looking grand. The next hackle on the fly is a French Partridge hackle, dyed blue. You could use just got one here on my desk, a blue jay hackle at this stage. But the French Partridge hackle, when you buy these in the packets, they're good value for money, in my opinion. The blue jay's a lovely feather, don't get me wrong, but you don't get too many of them for your money. So I'm just going to catch these in, a couple of turns to catch the tip in of the French Partridge. Bring my thread back up over the top, come in, locate the tip, break it away, and then just stroking these back. The turns of the French Partridge are up to you. I'd probably put on 2. Just see how we get on. That's 1. Just going to come around with another one. I just want to see what way we're positioned here. That's going to be enough for me there, so I'm just going to follow this around with my thread. A couple of turns to catch in the stem, nice and tight. Come in and trim away the stem of the French Partridge, sweep everything back, bring my thread to the eye, and back up tight against the French Partridge hackle. Now we're not looking too bad. Good wee hackle, the French Partridge hackles. The last hackle at the front, this is just a natural golden pheasant breast feather. So just strip away the rubbish at the bottom, just stroking back the fibres to reveal the tip. Offering this up to the hook, just come around with a couple of turns to catch in the tip. I'm going to fold the tip back, bring my thread turns back up over the tip and the hackle, just nice and tight here. Come in, locate the tip, break it away, and then just stroke the fibres back and do one turn in front of the other. Now these flies, if you're watching me tie this on YouTube and you're not from the Ireland or UK, they might seem a bit foreign to some people, but you're going to face these flies on a big wave, on a big lock, and that's what this fly is designed for. Great flies to have in your box. Now I'm just going to catch in the stem, trim it away, just come in now and just build up my head. On a fairly reasonable head on the fly. Nice colour, the mahogany thread, especially when you varnish it here. Nice and tight. Come in with your whip finishing tool and just lash in a whip finish. Pull your thread nice and tight. Come in and trim away your tight thread. And that's the wee fly done. Now all we'll have to do here is just stick a couple of coats of varnish. We'll start off with the first coat anyway, but I'll probably put on 3 coats of varnish on these flies, on the head, right the whole way right round. Usually get a bit of waste wire on my desk, which I do, just to clean out the eye. And there you go guys, that's just a variant, just a wee fibre here, take that away. That's just a variant of a Leggy golden olive Bumble. Just one thing I want to say guys before I finish the video is, see if you can tie these, you sit down, you practice these and you can tie these, in my opinion, you'll be able to tie any fly at all. These wee Irish flies will test you, especially multi-hackled ones, you know, 4 or 5 hackles in a pattern, and it's all just about getting the proportions on the fly correct, if that makes sense to you. Anyway, enough of me gibbering on. So look guys, tie a few of those up, you face the big Irish locks, great fly to have in your box. If you like the wee videos I'm putting together, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. And until next time folks, stay safe and tight lines.